Alright, I'm about to go for a 3-mile bike ride, and y'all are invited to come along and join me. This is really a giant tricycle, and I'm an above-knee amputee, so I'm going to put my knee joint, artificial knee joint, into a free swing phase. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, so now it bends like a door hinge, and I have to be careful when I walk on it because it can just buckle. Alright, so we're off. Let's go. 3-mile bike ride. Alright. Okay. This is taking a while to learn how to do because the socket isn't really designed for riding a bike. It comes up so high, it kind of forces me to move my whole hip up like this with each rotation. It kind of irritates my back. It's been irritating my back. What's up, man? Good. So what I'm working on this bike ride is just keeping my hips as square as I can. I did this yesterday, and I spent some time, did a pretty hard weight room workout today. And so my muscles are going to have a little more trouble compensating for the asymmetry of my body during this bike ride. Because they're kind of fatigued. I'm kind of fatigued. And so it doesn't really matter. I'd like to keep my shoulders square and my hips square. Not do too much of this action like that. But it's more important to keep the hips square than the shoulders. The shoulders aren't going to hurt my back if I can't keep them squared up on this bike ride. Okay. Hey. Nice people. Shouting words of encouragement. You just never know when it's going to happen or where it's going to come from. But one thing's for sure is that in this community it happens a lot. And that's a good thing. Okay. Get out of the way of the cars, though. I'm going to get run over. So one of the biggest challenges for me is just keeping this foot on the pedal. Since it's not real, and the knee joint's not real, I don't have a whole lot of control over it. So it does have a tendency to just slip off. Especially when I'm going fast or going over bumps, like a bumpy brick road like this. Alright, so I'm coming to an intersection, I gotta pay close attention. Make sure no cars are coming. Okay, we're through. So I've got a 3-mile route that I usually do. It's from one end of town to the other, and I just turn around at the halfway point and come back. Here we're coming up to a red light. And I can either wait for the cars. Yeah, they're coming. I've got to wait for a green light, so that's what I'll do. Or I'll wait for the cars, so I'll come by. We've got an elderly woman going at a turtle's pace right now with a huge elderly man. He's right there, so he's got a huge group of people behind him. riding, and we'll talk about this socket a little bit, why it's so challenging to ride a bike. The socket on this leg comes up very high. It comes up so high that it sits on this seat. And with a regular bicycle, that doesn't work very well. And I lose suction and the leg falls off. But for some reason, I've been able to adjust the seat height, just ride on this big tricycle, and I'm able to make it work while my running leg is broken. How's it going? And down. So it's been about 3 months since my running leg broke. And right now I have it. Soon I'll be taking it back to the prosthetists, and they will work on it again, try to fix it. So, it's something I enjoy doing more than this, but in a pinch I can get some exercise done in doing this if I don't hurt my lower back. That's the big issue. A lot of times it irritates my lower back. I'm going to try to avoid that happening, making that happen. You can't take the curves or turns too quickly on a three-wheeled bicycle because you can't bank. All three wheels are on the ground, and so if you go too fast, it feels like you're going to just tip over, which probably would happen if I went too fast. It's probably why motorized three-wheelers, they stopped making them, I think, in the late 70s, early 80s, when I was a kid. And I thought they were so cool, and all the older kids were getting killed on them. They just decided they were too dangerous and stopped making the motorized three-wheelers. But you never know when the foot's going to fall off the pedal, or I'm just going to have to make adjustments. And so it's good to be able to have that solid or more stable foundation of three wheels rather than two wheels. But my bicycle, I used to have a bicycle, but it was stolen. It was a nice bike, and they're expensive. And so this works. I've got it and I'm using it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sprint at certain points in the bike ride where I really exert a lot of effort and then I'll rest. And that kind of simulates sprinting on the track to some extent. It's really it isolates a few muscles, and it really makes me work them out hard. And so that's a little different than sprinting and running. But it's caused my residual limb to get a little bigger, to hypertrophy a little bit. That's the traffic here. Watch that for. Go across. Got a car here. Stop sign. Okay. Alright, so here we go. I really don't want the foot to fall off the pedal when I'm going fast because that could cause a disaster. So I don't sprint over dips in the road or uneven terrain if I can help it, because that makes it more likely for the foot to fall off the pedal. Alright, my camera, it looks like it's getting a little crooked there, so I'm probably going to get off at the halfway point and readjust it a little bit. workout, let me tell you. I appreciate y'all joining me. Burn, 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 burn. Going uphill, going uphill. Okay. So it's not easy getting off the bike and readjusting the camera because my leg is in the free swing phase, which means the knee can easily just buckle. So I gotta be very careful. Over here. There we go. I'll straighten it out a little bit. Okay, now I gotta be just as careful going back to the bike. Gotta readjust a little bit. Alright, and we're off. Whew. How are y'all doing? Good, thanks. Okay. Here we go. We're going downhill for now. You have ups and downs. The foot seems to be on the pedal well enough, but it's constantly slipping. It's slipping out. I could tape it on there, but then the problem would be if I fall, it's stuck there. So I really don't want to do that. I'm going to be able to get it off there fast if I need to. Beep, beep. Alright. Getting that workout in. Getting that workout. Whew. How's it going? Good. Alright. So now we're going uphill. I'm not going to go too fast at this point in time because this is a long hill and it gets a lot steeper up that way. So I need to prepare for that. Conserve a little bit. The car, it stopped. That's good. Alright. Now we're going up the big hill. Hey, how are you doing? Get it, get it. That's what we're doing. Gotta get it. See, that's the kind of motivation that I need. Just somebody paying attention and saying, get it, right in front of, or at the bottom of a hill. Okay. Oh, that burns. But I made it to the top of the hill. Made it, made it. Okay. Gotta be careful that nothing comes up behind me and hits me. Y'all can see, but I can't. Gotta look back constantly. The hips, they haven't stayed square. I've done my best. But now I'm starting to really feel the fatigue, so it's going to be harder for this last half. of the ride. Whew. If any of you are in there or out there having trouble finding the motivation to get out and exercise, hopefully I can help give that to you guys. Because it's just so important for your health. It can add 20 or 30 years or even more of your life just exercising regularly. Not to mention improving your quality of life through lowering your cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, reducing atherosclerotic plaque buildup in your arteries. It's just all around a good thing. Exercise, but it does hurt. It's not fun. But when you get used to it, you do develop kind of a appreciation for it, because it does release certain chemicals in the brain that make you just a more positive person. You feel better. Less stress on the body is less stress on the mind. More time to spend having positive thoughts. Okay. About to turn here. Alright, I'm going to straighten out this camera again. Whoa. Keeps tilting. There we go. Okay. Alright. Start. So we've got asymmetrical strength. Got a different amount of strength on either side. And so it's hard to apply symmetrical forces and maintain. How's it going? Thank you, thank you. And maintain symmetrical form. That's what I'm working on. Okay, we're at an intersection now, and you guys are further out in it than I am. Hopefully a car won't drive by and hit this camera, but it's a possibility. So, I'll just wait for the green light, or until I don't see any cars coming. Alright, I don't see any cars coming. At least not any that are very close. Okay. Resituate the foot. I want to sprint, ride real fast right here, but got a bumpy road. So I'm not going to. Looks like she's going to turn. She's going to wait for me. Alright, so here we go. Across the intersection. Good deal. I'm really feeling the burn now. And it's hard when you're riding a bike because that burns in a few isolated places. And those muscles are the only muscles you can really use to ride a bike. So it's caused my residual limb to get a little bigger over the last 3 months. I've gained about 15 pounds since my running leg broke, but I don't think that's from fat. I think it's from muscle in the legs. Because riding a bike, it just, for some reason, it makes my leg muscles vigor, and I can use a few muscles in this residual limb to ride a bike repetitively. I use them more repetitively than I do in running, and some of them I just don't use in running. It doesn't seem like it. I can really feel them being worked when I'm riding as opposed to when I'm running. Okay. Doing a little sprint here. Now it's getting bumpy. I'm trying to power through it because I know my foot's on the pedal. Okay, slow down a little bit. Feel the burn. Recover from the burn for a while, and we'll sprint again. Nice people. They seem to wave more when they see a big camera sticking out of the front of the bicycle. But I'll tell you, I just got a mop handle and duct taped it onto the front of this bike, onto the frame. I'm sure I could have got online and bought a selfie stick, but why do that when you got a bunch of unused mop handles laying around in the house or in the garage? How are y'all doing? Good. Okay, so now it's all uphill from here. No more downhill. Whew. Burn, burn, baby. Getting it. Getting that burn. Here we have a car coming. I'm not going to get in their way. Final push. Final push. Keep the hips as square as possible. That will irritate my back less if I can keep the hips as square as possible. It's hard because these muscles are pretty fatigued right now. Pretty fatigued. But yeah, I don't go out to do a workout and tell myself, oh, this is going to be fun. And it's not fun. It's hard, you know. A lot of people don't like to work out because they think it's hard. It's no fun. Who are these crazy people working out? Well, we're not having any fun either. You know, the pain isn't fun. It's the reward as a result of the pain that makes it worth it. So, thank you all for joining me on this bike ride. We just done 3 miles, not an inch less, and so I'm done. I'm going to put this, whoa, see that knee just buckled like a door hinge, I almost fell. Luckily I had my hands on this bike, so I'm going to put it back into the free swing phase by jumping on the toe, waiting till I hear a beep, put it back into out of the free swing phase. So now there's resistance. It doesn't buckle, I won't fall, and I can walk like a normal person pretty much. Thank you all for joining me. Have a great evening. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.